Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we're keeping up the pace with 2 puzzles a day still, so more Sudoku today. We're going to be looking at a puzzle called Privy by Doomedyut. Now, I would normally look at this puzzle and think, oh, there's quite a few longish German Whisper and Renban-Lynes, that's what they are, and quite a few sandwich clues, which is what the ones outside the grid are, and this looks like it might be approachable, but then the name Doomedyut just says no, probably isn't. Very difficult puzzles normally by this constructor, so looking forward to having a go. Do try it. I've told you what the basic rules are. If you're familiar with what those mean, I will explain in more detail in a moment for others, but I do want to mention, well, we don't have any puzzles in the current patron reward, the Planet Suite, that use sandwich or Renban-Lynes, I don't think, but we do have one that includes German Whispers, so might be good practice for that as well. Do try out the hunt. It's brilliant. It's been very popular. It's on Patreon. $2 a month gets you access to the hunt. $3 a month will let you see a solution video, which may explain the best way to approach Jupiter at the end, if not all the others. But worth a try, and that's on Patreon, along with lots of other content. You can also check out our apps. We have a sandwich Sudoku app. It was our very first one. We have a line Sudoku app in progress at the moment. We're still trying to create that, but lots of options amongst the apps. Do try them as well for brilliant handcrafted puzzles. You can also get Sven's SUDOKU PAD or our merchandise, find your way to the Discord server or our catalogue. But the first link is to this puzzle, and here are those rules in more detail. We're going to put 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. That's normal Sudoku rules. So every row, column and box needs the digits 1 to 9 in. Fair enough. Now, on these German Whisper lines, adjacent digits on a green line have to have a difference of at least 5. So you could put 1 9 there, or 1 6, but don't try and put 2 6 there, it's wrong. On the purple lines, every purple line contains a set of consecutive digits, but in any order. So as much as this line could read 1 2 3 4 from the top, it could also read 6 8 5 7 perhaps. A clue outside the grid, so let's take this 14, looks at the column or row it's standing on top of or beside, and it tells you the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in that row or column. So if, for instance, if the rest of the puzzle allowed, this column might have 1 8 6 9 there, and the digits in between the 1 and the 9 add up to the number given, 14. So that's how the rule works. Do test it out. I mean, do try it out on the first link. I am going to start now. Reset my clock. Let's get cracking. See how we do. I mean, the curse of this puzzle, as I said, they look like a lot of information. Okay, for the sandwich clues, I'm going to tell you a couple of interesting things. One is, well, first of all, I'm going to let you in on the secret of every Sudoku puzzle, which is that every row, column and box adds up to the same number. It's true, and that number is 45. Because that's the rules, 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. They always add up to 45. So this row adds up to 45. Now, if you were to take the total of the sandwiched digits and the crusts sandwiching them, which are 1 and 9, in this row you get 27 plus 1 and 9 is 37, and that means the other digits, which are outside the sandwich, and we'll call them outies, only add up to 8, and they can't include 1 because that's a crust. So those digits must be either 1 digit of 8 or 2 digits of 2 and 6 or 3 and 5. All of that means that only these cells could contain outies in this row at all. The furthest out, no, the furthest in you could get the crusts would be there, and these cells are non-crusts. They are sandwiched cells. Actually, the simpler way of looking at that, I've just thought of it, sorry, would be that you couldn't make this sandwich in 4 cells because you can't use 9 in the sandwich. 8, 7, 6, 5 only add up to 26. And therefore, it must be at least 5 cells of sandwich, and whichever 5 cells they are, or 6 cells, they must include these 3. So they're not, well, the point about them is they don't include the 1 and the 9. I'd like to find the 1 and the 9. But one of the 1 and the 9 must be on this side. One of the 1 and the 9 must be on that side. And that's interesting for the Renban line because it's now quite extreme. It has either a 1 or a 9 on it over here. And therefore it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't really know how to characterize that. Oh no, I tell you something I do know is that none of these cells... Oh, that's very interesting. None of these cells can be on this line because every one of these digits sees all of the cells on the line, either in the same row or box. So this is like an 8 cell, I was going to say extra region, an 8 cell cage with different digits in. Oh, and yeah, okay. This is a set. This is a group of either 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8. Because this is either an extreme set of 1 to 5, in which case this is other digits from 1 to 9 that don't include 1 or 9. That's why we greened them in the first place. So they would be then 6, 7, 8. Alternatively, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These don't include those digits or 1. They must be 2, 3, 4. So this is a group of those 3 digits. That's weird. I don't know what else it tells me, annoyingly. Oh no, I do know something else. If 1 or 9 is there, it's not on these lines. So these don't have a 1 or 9 in either. Oh, I see. 1 and 9 has an interesting relationship both with Renban and with sandwich. Oh, that's what the puzzle's riffing on to some extent. I don't know why it's called privy, by the way, which I suppose in the States that's probably just an adjective meaning in on a secret or something, in privy to a secret. But in the UK, it more normally means a toilet. I doubt that was intended. It doesn't look like one. Right. Well, that was interesting. This line won't be anything like as helpful because you can't deduce anything about these cells because these won't necessarily have to be different. So the symmetry here is fascinating with the green lines being symmetrical with the purple, but they operate very differently. Right, the 22 row, I do know that the middle cell can't contain a 1 or a 9 because again, 876, a 3-cell sum could only add up to 21. There must be a 4-cell sandwich sum and that must include the middle. So that's not 1 or 9. I don't think that's very helpful. In this central box, there can only be 1 or 9 on this one or 9 on this Renban, or none. Oh, okay. Right. I got distracted by telling you things about sandwich and forgot to tell you things about German whispers. You can never put a 5 on a German whisper line because there is no available neighbour that satisfies the rule. It's quite difficult to place 4 or 6 because they only have one available neighbour. So a cell like this, whose 2 neighbours see each other, can't be 4 or 6. Now the third interesting thing is that because you can't have 5, you have numbers either lower than 5 or higher than 5. And you can never have 2 of those from the same group together. Oh, so this whole puzzle is going to be about polarity, which is lowness or highness in some way. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, well, with apologies to the colourblind and those who might be affected by this, I'm going to make these orange and these red. No, not red. Let's have some contrast. Yellow and red. Right, yellow is either high or low. Red is either high or low. So the 1 of 1 or 9 is here, and we're calling it yellow. 1 of 1 or 9 is here, and I'm calling it red. Oh, this is no good. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's go back to red there. Let's colour this line. Yellow and blue for high and low. And I don't know which is which. I would like it if blue ends up being low. But this alternates, as I explained, between high and low. So either yellow is high or blue is low. Now, where can 5 be sandwiched in this column? Yeah, it's getting difficult. Right. These are the same polarity. 5 is either a single cell of 5 being sandwiched between 1 and 9, or it's a pair of 2 and 3, but they're the same polarity. So they couldn't feature in those two cells or those two cells. Actually, they couldn't feature in those two cells because these are different polarity. Oh, if I can connect these up, I can do some more interesting colouring. Right, let me think hard about this. Where is the sandwiched 5? Does it have to be a single digit? This. Yeah, this can't be a 2-3 pair because these are different polarity. If that is a 2 or a 3, this is a 2-3-4 set. So that can't be a 2-3 pair. This is not a sandwich crust. So 5's crusts are somewhere up here. This cannot be a crust for a pair of reasons. Well, for a combination of two reasons. If it was a single 5, well, none of these can be a single 5. So if there was a single 5 as the sandwich, it would have to be there. I'm just going to mark that like that. Otherwise, in this column, the sandwich is a 2-3 pair, and we've established it's not, there's no crust down here. Now that can't be a crust because that would be a 2-3 pair. Although that's fine for the polarity of those two cells, it would make these a 1 and 9, and they have to be the same polarity, so that's not possible. Could 2-3 be in those cells? No, because they're different polarity. So I think we're now down to either a 5 there or a 2-3 pair here. So that cell is in the sandwich. It is definitely in the sandwich. It is either part of a 2-3 pair or a single 5. This is a definite crust. These are not crusts. The other crust is in one of those two cells. That's weird, but I think it's right. Now, right, this 10 column can't have both sandwich digits here, or the total would be 0. So one of them in this box is there, and one of them is in those two cells. Now, the 10 sum includes this cell in its sandwich. So it's either a 2-3-5 3-cell sandwich or a 2-cell sandwich. And none of these can be crust. They're all too high. And now there is a crust on this Renban line. Isn't that lovely? So this is an extreme line as well, just like that was. This is an extreme line because it has a 1 or a 9 on it. This one is a 6-cell extreme line. Ah, so it can have a digit from the other polarity on it, and I think actually it's got to, because in this middle box we've used up 2 high and 2 low. So even if you put 5 on this line, you can't put 3 of the same polarity on it. So you're going to have two of the same polarity and 1 of another polarity. Oh, this is weird, but I think this is right. Yes, this line is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 6 and the 5 would have to be in this nose-looking section of the puzzle, of the line, or this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 4 and the 5 would have to be in this nose section shape of the puzzle. That's weird. So 5 is, 5 is on the line somewhere. Oh, and there is only one 1 or 9 on the line in one of those cells, so that's green. There is only one digit of the wrong polarity, of the other polarity on the line, and that's somewhere in box 5. So this digit is the same polarity as that, and that links us all up. Does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, bother. But it is the same polarity as this. No, I don't know which of blue or yellow it is, though. I thought it was linking us up, but it doesn't. Oh, but no, there's another thing I thought would link us up. This 1 or 9 has to be the same colour, polarity. Oh, none of these are 1 or 9. No, hang on, that one can be. Yes, I don't know. Oh, bother. Can this be a 1 or 9? I'd love... Ooh, if it was... What happens in this 22 row? The 22 sum must be those 4 cells. You'd have 1 and 9 there. I don't know. It does look possible. Ah, that's irritating me now. Right. This is in the sandwich. If it's 8, 7 or 6, if this is high, it's only got one sandwich partner. This could be 1 or 9. One of these is 1 or 9, and one of these two is 1 or 9. That's weird. Okay, I am going to try and do some colouring. I don't know. Yeah, hang on. This polarity, this does link up with this one. Okay, let's call these orange. I'm going to do it with orange and red. I can't help myself. So we've got either high or low polarity here is orange. This one is red. Now on this line, this I suppose these are not orange because they see all of those. These are red. Oh, let's not use red then. Let's use bright blue instead. These are bright blue polarity. Hopefully I can link up with blue and yellow and just change to more sensible colours. But anyway, this line is mainly bright blue polarity because the only digit from the other polarity is in box 5. So this is mainly bright blue polarity. So that cell is bright blue. And 2 of these are bright blue and 1 is orange. Yeah, and this digit, this 1 or 9, is the orange one on these. So that's orange as well. Now I don't know, well, I don't know if that's 1 or 9, and if it is, I don't know which of those 2 is orange. Or do I? I don't know. Red here, one of these 2 is red. That one could be red or it could be orange. And we've got mainly orange polarity on this line. No, we've got mainly blue. Hang on then. Oh, I've got this wrong, haven't I? Yeah, sorry, I've got that wrong. Let's just go back. Oh, this is so confusing. These are basically bright blue because that's bright blue. So most of these, well, the extreme digit, the 1 or the 9 here is definitely bright blue because that is the majority digit on this line. Right, so that one is not red, that's bright blue, not orange. So this one is the orange one, not red. So bright blue there, bright blue there. This is either, well, it's obviously either bright blue or orange. I don't know. So if that is... if this is a 2-3 pair, they're both low. So due to the whisper rule, this would have to be a 9. So this can't be a 1. That's interesting. A bit interesting, maybe? I don't know. It feels interesting. Oh, I need to keep thinking about this. Come on, keep focus. Keep some focus. Am I really 17 minutes in? Oh my goodness. Come on. Bright blue. What was I thinking? I don't know. But I think this is the way to do this somehow. There are, by the way, very few clues in this puzzle. I thought there were plenty and there aren't. This is the bright blue 1 or 9. So the orange 1 or 9 is in one of those two cells. Now, if that's a 2-3 pair, this is a 9 because of the polarity, the whisper polarity. Ah, look, that doesn't work. Because this would be a 1. You'd have 1, 2, 3 up here. You still need a low digit in a yellow, which would be here. That would be a 4, and that would have to be next to a 9. So this can never be an extreme digit, a 1 or a 9. Yes, okay, that's green. So it's still the same polarity as those, but it's not 1 or 9. This is 1 or 9. It is extreme. Oh, I don't know whether it's blue or... I thought this would link us up. Well, I know this is a 5. I've got a digit after less than 20 minutes. How about that? That is the sandwich. What has that done for us? It didn't link us up, did it? Or did it? This is not, I've coloured this green for the row total. That can't be 1 or 9. And this can't be 1 or 9 now. In fact, none of these are 1 or 9, are they? They're all green. This has to be 1 or 9. It's the only one that's not on the purple line. Yes. I mean, that was just a fatuously simple deduction that took me ages. Now, it's definitely not bright blue, because the bright blue 1 or 9 is here. That's the orange 1 or 9 to go with 1 here. Of course, it gives me nothing for the sandwich. Right, let's think about this 10 sum. Can it be 3 cells? Can it be a 3-cell 10 sum? The interesting thing about that is it couldn't have a 5 here. Well, hang on. It couldn't have 2 green cells here because they would be 2 and 3. Oh no, maybe they wouldn't because it could have a 5 here. Okay, sorry, no, I thought I was on something. I'm not. It's got a 10 sum in this row with a number. Oh. Right, so that's green. They could add up to 10. They could add up to 10. It can't be a 3-cell 10 sum in this row because 5 can't be in those positions or that one. And a 10 sum in 3 cells in a sandwich is always 2, 3, 5. So those are green. We've either got... In fact, 5 is in one of those cells in box 3. And one of those cells, not the green line, in box 1. And I don't think there's any way for this to be where the side where the 10 sum happens. If that was 1 or 9, then 5's got into the 10 sum and ruined it. And if... yeah, that's the only way it could be. So the 10 sum is not that side, it's this side. That is an extreme digit, a 1 or a 9, which I want to make blue or orange, so I'm going to both of them. I want to know what these are, but I don't yet. Now that's in a 14 sum, so that doesn't go north. It's either 2, 3 or 4 cells going south. That's very annoying. 14 is an annoying sum in that you can make it out of 6, 8, or 2, 3, 4, 5, or various things in the middle. But this 10 sum is not 1, 9. Not very clever, but still true. Now there's a 10 sum in this column. Come on, let's work on that again. Wow. Could it be 2, 3, 5 there? I just don't know. Oh. Right, let's go back to one of the things I told you early on. 4 and 6 are difficult to place on German whisper lines. These two can't be 4 or 6 because their neighbours see each other. We now know they can't be 1 or 9. So those are from 2, 3, 7 or 8. This one can't be 4 or 6 because it's abutting that, and this one because it's neighbouring that. So those are also from 2, 3, 7 or 8, and now we've got a quadruple. Actually, we can do better than the quadruple. We can narrow it down more. Those two are the same polarity. They might be 2, 3. In that case, this would be 8 because it would be touching a 3. It couldn't be 7. Alternatively, these are high. These are 7, 8, in which case this can't be a 3 because it would be touching a 7. And the same is true for this one because it's got those two as neighbours. So that is 2 or 8. Now we've got a 2, 8 pair. That gives us a 3, 7 pair. This digit could be extreme or could be 2 or 8 now. Can't be 3 or 7. Not allowed. Right, so these are 4, 5, 6 and an extreme digit, 1 or 9, which is not in that cell. Oh, and suddenly the 2, 3, 5 combo has got very difficult to achieve. And you can't have it in these 3 cells because that would be a 2, 3 pair. Oh no, I'm not sure. Yes, it would. That can't be 2 or 3. That would be a 2, 3 pair, and yet that is, if that's 2 or 3, this is a 2, 3, 4 triple. So that can't be a 2, 3, 4 pair. So we've only got a 2-cell 10 sum in this column. That is not extreme. That is green. This is in the sum. I don't know whether it's high or low. Now, can this be 1 or 9? Or is it here? Don't think. Oh, I do. Well, this can't be 5 because that would spoil the sandwich either as crust or content. Now, has this done anything for our polarity issues? I don't think it has at all, because any one of those can be 6 in the alternate polarity. It's weird. I thought I was going to get some traction. I really didn't. Okay. Oh, hang on. Is that... There has to be a 5 on this. No, I don't know. 5 could be in those cells, couldn't it? Oh, it was just up here that it couldn't be. Yeah, I don't know. Right, I need to find something else now. This is frustrating. What are the outies in this 27 row? They're either a single 8 or a pair of slightly lower digits that could include a high digit. Oh no, they can't be a 2, 6 pair because this is either 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8. But they could be a 5-3 pair or a single 8. And that's not resolving which polarity those have. And that's very frustrating. Oh, 4, 5 and 6 are on that bit of the line. Right, so this pair are the same polarity, which I've marked, but they're either a 2-3 pair or a 7-8 pair. That can't be 4 or 6. With the extreme digit in one of these cells, not there. That's not 1 or 9. Oh, so these are all in the sandwich, in the 22 sandwich, and those are different polarity. So they either add up to 9 or 11. I don't know quite what that means yet. This sandwich, 14 again. I don't know what that means yet either. Oh, there aren't many clues in this puzzle after all, are there? Oh, hang on. How could that be 4 or 6? Yes, in a 2-cell sandwich, obviously, 4 or 6 would need a 4 or 6 counterpart in the sandwich. And that's in the sandwich, and it can't be 4 or 6. That is 1 or 9. That is an extreme digit. Okay. Okie dokie. This one is non-extreme. This is the sandwich is here and here. That is also sandwich. No, the polarity marking isn't fair. That was for this. This is the extreme orange 1 or 9. And this is either, well, it's either a 2-8 sandwich or a 3-7 sandwich. Okay. Then what? Oh, this is 1 or 9. This is the blue 1 or 9. I could have marked that ages ago. Now, why did I have this as yellow? That's for the polarity of this line, isn't it? Which I don't think I've resolved it. I definitely haven't. I haven't resolved polarity anywhere, really. Ooh, this column's got a 3-7 pair in it. So that's not 3 or 7. These are from 2, 4, 6 and 8. That is a weird sextuple, and this is a 5. Now there isn't a 5 on that line, so there's a 5 in one of those cells and a 5 in one of those cells. Could be on the Renban, of course. Pardon me, sorry. Now, come on. That's not a 5. Just going to get myself a drink to ease the coughing, sorry. Pardon me for the interruption. Right, we've got a 5 there. And that took 5 out of those. So one of these is a 5. That doesn't do anything. We've got this 10 sum. Oh, hang on. These are the same polarity, which is blue. So these are the other polarity, which is orange. And 2 of those are even. So that one's odd. So this is a 3-7 pair. That's insane. Where did parity suddenly come into it? So that's not 3 or 7. Right, 3-7 pair. What's that doing, if anything? 3, 7, 1, 9. These are from 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. This one can't be 5. It can't be 4 or 6. I was going to go bother it can, but that can't be a 1 or a 9. So that is 2 or 8. And this is... yeah, it's different polarity from the 2 or 8. So it could also be 2 or 8, or 3 or 7. Trouble is, if I meet... I've already got these sort of orange and bright blue polarities marked up in this section, and I've got dark blue and yellow marked up in this section. If I start marking up polarities on this line, it's just all going to go pear-shaped. Oh, those can't be 5s. They're in the same box as a 5. I just need to get these parities connected up, and I think I'm onto something. Now I've got this 14 sum. I don't... There's a... Oh, this is a 10 pair, isn't it? So that's 2, 4, 6 or 8 as well. And that's a little quadruple. So that one is 3 or 7. Do I know its colour? No! In fact, I've got a 2, 4, 6, 8 in this column. That's also 3 or 7. How weird is that? So these two have to add... Oh, that's not a 2, 8 pair because of that cell. It's a 4, 6 pair. That's not right. That's a 2 or 8. Come on. Tie up. I don't know. Oh, that's so frustrating with 4 or 6 there. I feel like... I suppose it wouldn't even help if I knew what the polarity of those two was. Okay. But I don't know the polarity of 4, 5, 6 here. Because obviously they're different polarities sharing a line, which is a weird situation in this puzzle to me. Oh. This is either dark blue 2 or 8 or yellow 3 or 7. Now that doesn't help. I thought it was going to for a moment, but it does not. I've got this 8 sum. I know nothing about that. I've got this 27 sum. I know, oh, this 22 sum. Oh, that's 3 or 7. So this isn't 3 or 7. It's the same colour. That's 2 or 8. That gives me a pair on this line. That adds up to, or in this sandwich, that adds up to 10. Now, if that was a 7, this would be a 5. And you would definitely have a 1 and 9 there. But if it's a 3, you've got 9 more. That would be a 5, 4 pair, one side or the other. Oh, well, that one can't be in this. Well, it can't even be a crust. I'm so irritated that I cannot find how to join up these polarities and get something out of it. Right, let's think about the 27 again. The outies add up to 8. They could be 5 and 3 or a single 8. Oh, they couldn't be 5 and 3 this side. So there can't be 2 outies this side. That is therefore not a sandwich. Oh, in fact, then I can mark it orange and green. Okay, it's not a crust. But it could be a single crust of 8, or you could have a 3 that side and a 5 that side. Or even just a single crust of 8 this side. Am I starting to convince myself that that can't be a 1 or a 9? Then these would be a 3, 5 pair. Yeah, it doesn't work actually. All the odd digits would have been used up. Yeah, I don't know how to express that. It's not possible for this to be a sandwich cell. because these would be the two outies. They would be a 3-5 pair. That would be a 7. These would be from, there'd be the extreme digit, 1 or 9, but everything else would be even from 2, 4, 6, 8. And you'd end up with 3 even digits on a line that has to have only 2. That's pretty weird, but it's definitely true. And this is not a sandwich cell, a crust. It's green, therefore, instead of white. There we go. Oh, okay, and that means this is not a 3-cell sandwich, but it could still be a 2-cell or a 4-cell sandwich, which is very annoying, if I may say so. Seems like I'm no further forward, which is wildly frustrating. Oh, hang on, I've linked, sorry, this 2-8 thing links blue and yellow, doesn't it? Yellow has become not bright blue, so yellow has become orange in the lower classification. So that is a fully orange 1 or 2. That's a fully bright blue one. Dark blue, quite appropriately, has become bright blue. This one I don't know. It could be still a 2 or 8. So I don't know. Oh, look, I do know it's not a 1 or 9. So that is a 2 or 8. Wow. Okay, let's... One of those is a 5 still, so it's probably appropriate. No, it's not appropriate to have the white colouring. In fact, why have I got that blue? I don't think that's appropriately blue. One of these is a 4 and one of them's a 6, and I don't know the order. Right. Now, has this connected up to this line? Yes, it has. Orange there, that's blue. So these two are blue. These two are orange. Well, that's something. And we've used 1946, so these are from 2, 3, 7 or 8. Oh, might as well fill in the possibles here. 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8. That one can't be a 5. Oh, it does mean this can't be 4 or 6. So again, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 or 9. Do I know the colour here? No, I don't think I do. I know the colour of this one. And this one. I don't know the 4 6s. That's annoying. Or do I? Yes, it looks like I do. These are blue. Do I? No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think I do. This can't be blue 2 8 anymore. That's blue 4 6. So this is blue 2 8. I mean, there are things I know. I just don't know what I know at this stage. Right, what are these? Uh, 3 and 7 in orange must be here. Is that? No, that's not true. There is, yes, 3 or 7 in orange must be there, along with 1 or 9 and another even digit in orange. So I suppose these cells see all of this line, but so they're all blue, but I don't know whether they probably do include a 1 or 9, because yes, that 1 or 9 must be in those cells and in these cells, and it's not there. So one of these two is a 1 or a 9. I don't really know how to mark that anymore. In fact, why is that? I do know how to mark it. That's why I was marking these as blue stroke white, because they do hold the 1 or 9. And the orange 1 or 9, there's one there, there's one there, there's one here somewhere. In fact, that blue 1 or 9 now has an orange partner in one of those two cells, and this 14 sum is either 8, 6 or 2, 3, 4, 5. Which just feels weird. Oh, in fact, if that is a 2, This is 2, 3, 4 because of the colour, and that is 5. But it could be 8, 6. Right, what happens then if it's 8, 6? Well, then that's a 7. Right, if it's 8, 6, 8 is high. If that's 8, 6, we've got an orange 1, 9 here. Because this has become high, this is just a 4-cell sandwich sum. We get 1s and 9s in these positions. And this becomes a high 8 as well. Ah. Oh, it's getting very difficult to put an 8 sandwich in column 2 if this is the case. Okay, let me think about that first. Let me think about where the 8 sandwich goes in column 2, because I haven't really done that. I'd always thought it could be almost anywhere, but... Okay, simple question. Can we avoid putting a 1 or 9 in this column? Only if we have 1 and 9 there and there, not possible at the top. 1 and 9 there and there with an 8 in the middle. Oh, that does look possible. Although, what would happen to the outies then in the 27 row? They would have to be 3 and 5, with a 3 there and a 5 there and a 1 or 9 here. Oh, it's so complicated now. So it looks like that could be the crusts if we didn't have one here. But no. If this, we're positing that this is an 8, that bright blue is high. So this is an 8. So that would be 1 and 9. This is obvious, sorry. These are all green because there's a 1 and 9 in this row. Right. So that can't be 1 or 9. There has to be a 1 or 9, 1 or 9, at least one of them, in this box. That's interesting. Now, what is the sandwich? Now, we were saying if that's 8, 6, this is a 1, 9. We get 1, 9s in all of these positions. We've obviously already got them here and here. The 1, 9 in this box would have to be here. It would be a blue 1 or 9 would be here. How are you going to make the 8 sandwich? You can't do it. I was going to say you can't do it with those 2 cells, but actually maybe they could be 1, 7. No, they can't. 1's not in the possible sandwich. You can't do it with those 2 cells. You can't have a single 8 because that's not it. You can't have a single 8 here because that is an 8 under blue being high. And if this is blue, you can't have an orange 1 or 9 here because the orange 1 or 9's in those cells. That is incredibly complex, but it definitely works. So if this was 8, 6, a 2-cell sandwich here, 8 is high and blue. That's a 1 or 9. You've got all of these 1 or 9s then created. That is the only place to put the 1 or 9 in column 2 in this box. And you can't make the 8 sum work because it's a blue one. That's mad. If that's really on the solution path, that's ridiculously tough. If there's something simpler at this point, do tell me. But I'm using this because I've found it and it's valid. And it all proves this is not a 2-cell sum. This is a 4-cell sum. This is the 1 or 9 in the column. It's very helpful. It's on the old Renban as well. And in fact, nothing else on the Renban can be 1 or 9. They're all green too. This is green. This is now a 2, 3, 4, 5 sum to make 14. And blue, quite appropriately, bright blue has become low and is dark blue, and I can leave orange as orange. Okay, this is just my traditional understanding of low and high. So blue is low. So these are 1s. Oh, 1s. These are 2s. There's a couple of 3s, 3 of them in fact. Then there's even a 4 there. This is a 7. So these are highs. Let's put in a few 7s. Couple of 8s. Couple of 9s. 4 9s at least. There we go. Okay, so this is the start now. I may not colour the rest because the colouring has now been revealed. This is not 2 or 3. This is... it is 2 or 3. These are 6 and 8 now. This set is from 6, 7, 8, 9. And the outies cannot include 2 or 3, so they're a single 8. This can't be 1 or 9. So this is an outie and must be a 1. This is the outie, it's an 8, that's a 9, this isn't, this is now a 6 on the Renban, that's a 7. That one can be the full colour and this one goes green. This is a 5, 6 pair, but 5 can't be on the Renban, can't be on the Renban, so that's a 6. This must be a 7, 8 pair that I can fill in. 6. Wow, so let's forget the colour on those. This can't be 2, 3 or 8 anymore. This is an 8. 6, 5, 7, 9, 8. Are these all low? No, that was dodgy pencil mark. That was to find the 1 there somewhere, so let's forget that. Right. 8 is there by Sudoku. That's the sort of deduction I feel I can make. And then I took it out again by mistake. 5, 6, 9, 8, 1. So, what about this pair on the whisper line? No. Now this whisper has to alternate, but I don't know the colours yet. Oh, I've got this 8 sandwich to do. Right, it has to go up, and it can't be 2, 6 now, so it could be 3, 5 or a single 8 with a 1 in one of those 2 cells. This can't be a 9 anymore. Oh look, if that was a 7, this would have to be 1 or 2, but we've limited 1 to one of those positions in the box, and that can't be 2. So that's not a 7, that's a 1, that is the sandwich end. What colour is that one? Blue. This is a 3, 5 pair now. Don't think I know the order. That's not a 3 or a 2 because of the whisper. This is a high digit. Oh, can't be 7, 8 or 9. That's a 6. This is going to have to be 1, 2 or 3. It sees 2 and 3, so it's a 1. Now I can do one of my last ones, and I think there's a final one there. Right. That's 2. Have I done all the sandwiches now? No, I haven't. I haven't done this one at all. Right, the outies were to add up to 13. Well, they have to be 2 cells, so that's a 9. The outies are now 6 and 7, and they're just dunzos like that. Brilliant. This is not a 6. This is 4 or 5. It's not. There's a 3, 5 pair. Right, just off for a bit of a cough again. I'm going to make that one a 4, and this is a 5. There we go. 8 and 9 to go in this box. Straightforward if I'm in the right mode. 3, 4, and that's a 5. This is a 3, 4 pair. Actually, the 5 deals with 5, 3. Then I can do 3, 4. Now I finally see the 6 that has been looking at that 4 for ages. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I think using all the sandwiches has been wonderfully helpful, unsurprisingly. 8, 6. That's a 5. That 8 has made this a 7. The whisper fixes that too, which is a relief. This is a 4, naked single, I think. Then we've got a 2, 3 pair of 4 in the corner. This is a naked 3, so that's 4, that's 2, 3 there. No little 3 in the corner for us today, or not so far anyway. I've still got corners to do, to be fair. Now, this can't be 2, 3, 7 or 8. That's a 5. That's an 8. That works on the whisper. This is a 3. So that's killed off another 3 in the corner possibility. 9 there. 6. Oh, we're going to get one. Ah! It's going to be the last digit. 9 and a 3 in the corner to finish. And there we go. 54 minutes. I mean, that was such fun. It didn't feel that long. But my goodness, that's pretty hard and attritional, isn't it? I don't know. I think it is. I think it is. I'm answering my own question. I really think that's an intriguingly difficult puzzle. I mean, hats off to you if you've nailed that far quicker than me. And I'm not saying people won't have, because there are some remarkably clever people out there. I don't know why I'm even doing this colouring now. It's totally unnecessary. But, you know, keep some people happy. Probably including me. There we go, let's make those blue. I've probably got something wrong or missed something out. The 5s aren't meant to be coloured, and the high digits are meant to be orange and the low digits are meant to be blue. Whoa, but a brilliant puzzle. And I'm delighted to have got through it. I think that's the solution. All the whisper lines look right, the Renban lines look right. I'm not going to recheck the sandwich totals. I think they were done at the time. Brilliant puzzle. Thank you so much for watching as always, and hope to see you again soon on the channel for more Sudoku. Bye for now.